Shalom and praise the name of the Lord. Welcome to the Women of Inspired Destiny Elevate Her Show. We are glad you're watching from wherever you are, and today it's a great day. We have a special guest with us. But before we welcome her, allow me to read a quote by Justice Ginsburg about women. And in one of her many quotes, she says that women belong in all places where decisions are being made. It should not be that women are the exceptional. Women of Inspired Destiny is about women being in such places. Women being in a place where they can make decisions in business, spiritual matters, in career, and still be able to take care of their families and to be able to nurture their children to be a generation that is after God. We are delighted to have with us the First Lady of Jesus Celebration Center, Ongata Rongai, and who also couples up as the founder of Women of Inspired Destiny. Today we are going to have more time to hear from her on the vision, the mission, and why she birthed the Women of Inspired Destiny. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. As I said earlier, we are delighted to have the founder of WOID together with us. Mom, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Grace. I'm so excited being here, and I believe it's a good opportunity to meet wonderful women out there. Thank you so much.
Amen. So, Mom, tell us more about yourself.
I wear many hats, and sometimes it's very hard to answer that question. But I must say that my name is Pauline Mwarabu. I'm born again, and I love Jesus so much. I think that is the first thing about me. I love Jesus so much. Over and above that, I am a pastor's wife. Yes. You know, sometimes when people say you're a pastor's wife, they expect to come with holy. But I'm a pastor's wife, and the First Lady, Jesus Celebration Center, Ongata Rongai. I am also a mother. I have a clan. I call it a clan. God has blessed me with a number of biological children, 4 of them. And I have so many other that the Lord has brought on my way. So I actually call myself the Mother of Nations.
Amen.
I picked that during our wedding. You know, when the bishop was officiating us, he actually said we are going to be fathers and mothers of queens. So I ended up telling my husband, you know, we'll be father and mother of nations. And the name stuck.
Powerful.
Confession is possession.
Wow.
Here I am, almost 20 years, and I'm a mother of nations.
Wonderful.
I'm a career woman. I work in the corporate world as an administrative officer. I started as a DO and have climbed the ladders, and I thank God. And over and above that, I am also an entrepreneur. I have businesses that I've started. Some, of course, have gone down. Others have survived. And finally, I'm the founder of WOID. I think in a nutshell, that is me.
Wonderful. And I must say, she's also my mother. So I'm privileged to be interviewing Mom this particular time. Wow. It's
You're
a
part
privilege.
of the nations.
Yeah, I'm part of the clan. Mom, we are grateful. Thank you. Thank you for coming up with WOID. What will you tell us WOID is about? What really inspired WOID? Is it something that you have always had, or there's something that happened that made you come up with WOID? Basically, or if we were to say, what is the push behind WOID?
That's quite a tough question. Number one, I never imagined in my entire life that I could be a founder of a women ministry in the name of WOID or any other name. And I also didn't see myself as a pastor's wife. because when I met my husband, I made it clear that you know, sometimes you see people how they behave. So niliona huyu, he loves going to the missions. He loves doing active preaching and all that. So I told him, for me, I never want to be married to a pastor. And since he was pursuing a very good cause that I knew that would not lead him to being a pastor, I think I was 99% sure that with this one, we'll end up being a career men and women. But sometimes back, around 7 years, we woke up and he said he has a calling. Now, the problem with somebody talking about a calling is because you're not a witness. You could right have slept with somebody beside somebody, and he wakes up in the morning and says, God has spoken to me. You're not a witness. So the best you can do is to believe this person.
Yes.
So he told me that he has a calling, and we were very, very stable. Wherever we were serving God in our own way, kingdom financing and all that. So for me, I was like, we are serving God. Which other way are we going to serve God? No, he says, I want to become a pastor. So we went to Ongatarongai, a place that I had not gone, and there is nothing that I would have loved about Ongatarongai. A lot of traffic, a lot of dust, a lot of, I came from an estate that was planned. Every road is paved. Every neighbor knows their manners. See neighbor, anakuja kuzua mboga na kugongea mlango, ati jirani,
utachukua mboga pia.
So I come to Ongatarongai and things are totally different. You spend a lot of time, on traffic. And therefore I had been introduced to the ministry. It was baptism by fire. Remember, I didn't want to do this thing. But the more I tried to run away from it, the more that the women who were joining the church were looking upon me to give them guidance, to pray with them, to advise them. And the funny thing, I didn't even look like a pastor's wife. I'm a tomboy naturally. I was brought up among, we only had 2 boys, but I was brought up with one of the boys. He's my elder brother. So I was this tomboy who didn't look like a pastor's wife. And sometimes my husband would whisper to women in church, simumwambie atengeneze nywele, because I have these mohawks. What? So in short, women started coming to me with issues, with problems. Some are in abusive relationships. Some are the only breadwinner, or they are forced to provide for their family. And that zeal to help women, generally I have always assisted women in my own way, even before I became a pastor's wife. But now that being in the active ministry, looking at what the women are going through, I felt that I needed to bring women together and we form a strong community to assist each other. That's why we keep on saying mwanamke ni jeshi. Like women, they are a great army.
A great army.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more on WOID. Stay tuned. Thank you for staying tuned. Wow, we are still with the founder of WOID, Mrs. Pauline Mwarabu. And Mom, we've heard about the birthing of WOID. So what is basically the vision of WOID? What is WOID going for? Where are we seeing WOID in 2 months, in 1 year, in 10 years? Maybe you could kindly share.
Thank you, Grace. I will start by saying that we formed WOID in July 2021.
Wow.
And we started by launching our annual conference. And I have told you how I got inspired to start WOID. And when I was thinking about these problems that are affecting women, God spoke to me about raising an army. And it was very specific that we are going to empower women, we are going to encourage them, we are going to elevate them by mobilizing them and bringing them together. That is networking, so that we can be able to exploit all, I don't know which word I can use, that we want to free them from all what is holding them back, so that they can live a purpose-driven life. And therefore the skills and the talents they have can be, what can I say? They can be brought out. They can be inspired. I think inspiration is the best word. Yeah, that they can be inspired to bring out what God has given them. Because one thing I want you to know, the book of Jeremiah 1:5. God spoke to Jeremiah, and he told Jeremiah that I know you. Even before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. And I appointed you, and I set you apart to become a prophet among the nations. That means that when God is creating somebody, he creates them with a purpose. Grace, you are an advocate. I understand you are an advocate. So God saw that, and probably he wanted to raise an advocate among the community you are living. So he gives you that ability and talent to become an advocate. But you can train and become one, but you're not able to practice one for one reason or the other. So that's where WOID comes in, to support you to be able now to utilize what God has given you. If you look at the book of Genesis also, Genesis 1:26, God summoned the heavenly beings, and he said, let us create a man in our own image and in our own likeness, and let him dominate the animals, the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, the animals in the land. So the objective of creating Adam was for Adam to come and dominate, to be a steward to God's creation. So every woman is born with a greatness, a sort of greatness. But most of us do not realize their greatness. For me, it took so long to get to know my area of greatness. But women would come and share with me. Even when I was young, I would just walk with women who are older than me, and they would share their problems to me, and I don't know how to tackle them. So WOID is bringing women together, networking. And it is an interdenomination ministry. It's not like a JCC thing. With all women of all walks, bringing them together. So you mobilize the women to come together. And when you bring them together, you encourage them. You elevate them by building capacity of the gifts they have. Then you allow them to network. Because as I said, now you are an advocate. Yes. Then when we are networking, you will come and find somebody else. Mwenye shamba yake ilichukuliwa. You see, now you have networked. You will help her recover the shamba. She will give you business. So basically, and at the same time, we are also addressing the spiritual aspect. That's why we say that WOID looks at a holistic woman who is socially very stable, spiritually sound, and financially she's capable of standing for herself and her family. And if you look at spiritually, sometimes women are taken advantage of. These heretic, what are they called? Doctrines. They affect women sana sana. Unasikia wamama wanaitwa ati tunapewa maji ya Jerusalem. They don't even ask, where did the water come from?
Yes.
Who came, where? Because you see, even in, kwa ndege, it is even very hard to go with water. you are stopped before you can board.
Mm.
You told take your water or leave it. Sasa hii ya Jerusalemu ilibebewa wapi? But you'll find women flocking. So we need to be able to build their capacity spiritually, so they get to know their God. Them that know their God shall do exploits. And then they are financially stable. They can get into the marketplace. Yeah? Because there are some who are housewives, not because they want to take care of their babies, but they don't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
So that is the vision that WOID have. Now, 10 years, 5 years, 1 year, 12 months, I want us to, God helping us, to be able to mobilize all women within the country and beyond. I'm looking at a platform that is gonna, which will be capable of marketing women. Like if WOID says Grace is an advocate, then people can buy your services. You have been introduced.
Get hold of me.
Tukisema wewe ni mama mboga stylish. we can vouch for your mbogas. So for us, we are looking forward to being able to build, to capacity build as many women as possible. And this is a global ministry, is an international ministry. We also want to be able to have other centers outside Kenya. Yeah. I think that's in a nutshell. It's much, but that is our vision in a nutshell.
Wow. Everyone is born with greatness.
Yes.
The greatness just needs to be unveiled.
True.
And the right networking, the right people around you, and with WOID, then we are able to bring out the greatness in every woman. Thank you, Mom, for that.
Thank you so much.
That's really inspirational. I think I've grown up in times where women were seen like they can not be able to do anything apart from making decisions that match to the kitchen and children.
It is very true. I told you that I work in a corporate. I'm also a career woman. I am in a corporate world. And I work for an industry that is engineering in nature. And I'm telling you that there are very few women in engineering. Yeah, very few. So it is true that women are always viewed. Yeah. There are some jobs and some tasks that they are not considered that they are women friendly. And I therefore I'm sure WOID is gonna hold the hands of small girls growing up.
True.
And telling them that you can crack that world dominated sector.
Powerful. And maybe to just put in a disclaimer, WOID is not trying to bring in the feminist roots that is being taken.
Sure.
We are bringing in women who respect God, who still appreciate the principles that were set by God.
Amen.
But at the same time, they are able to rise beyond every limitation and say, even here, we can be able to bring out our greatness. That's why we are going down to the Mama Mboga.
Yes.
We are going down to that woman who has not been able to go to school and tell her, it's not late. We still have avenues for you to be trained. There are several other, and the government of Kenya is actually doing a good job now, because you are seeing the opportunities that are being created by these, they're called vocational schools.
Yes.
So it's able, young women are able to join in and still be able to do a training that they can be able to make themselves better. So WOID is actually interested in doing all this and bringing out the greatness from every woman, irrespective of where you are.
Yes, we will inspire them to join those institutions.
Powerful, powerful. Thank you, Mom. And so I think on that same wavelength, I would like to know, so far since July, what has WOID been doing? Have we just been somewhere from the birthing, we have not done anything, or is there something that we can say, we can actually do some benchmarking and say we have reached here as WOID?
You know, Grace, one thing about when God speaks to you about something, he gives you a clear direction on how you're going to move. I said we started by unveiling our annual conference. From day one, there's no WOID, but we have a conference. And the conference was successful. We had representative from almost 6 counties. We had representatives from Embu County, Kajiado, where we held our meeting, Nairobi, Kilifi, and then where else? Mombasa. So around 5, 6, and Rift Valley, Kajiado, yeah. Around 5 or 6 counties were represented. And by the way, it was something huge, very huge, and we thank God for that. Then from there now, we launched our monthly meeting. We meet every 3rd Saturday of the month at JCC Ongata. That's where Apostle Peter Mwarabu has given us his hall for free, by the way. So we meet every 3rd Saturday of the month. And we've had our monthly meeting since then. But one of the unique things that we have had also, we have had a pastor's wives hangout.
Wow.
And this is going to be an annual event. Pastors' wives who are listening to me, it is good to go out there and unwind. Because, you know, a lot is expected about pastors' wives. And I didn't know until I joined the ministry. I told you how I came with my jeans and t-shirt and my mohawk.
Yes.
And I get here, some Maasai women who had joined us, they are looking at this pastor's wife, shida yake ni nini? And for me, I'm wondering what is wrong with these women. You get?
Yes.
And then I had a lot of pressure. Pressure to impress, pressure to be this, pressure to be that. Some want me to chase the demons. Others, you know, at the middle of the night, you get a call. You know, my child is conversing. We didn't have anything to eat. Can you give me a place to sleep? My husband has chased me. So I ended up feeling like I was being depressed in a way. I got stressed up. And I realized that for me, I didn't have people to talk to, because now the guys I was hanging up with, they are not pastors' wives. Sasa kuna vitu huwezi waambia. Because, you know, now they also fear you. They see you up there. So they will say, don't follow us. You have become a pastor's wife. Hatutaki kukuharibu. So I was a very lonely person. Yourself, you're a pastor's wife. you understand?
Yes.
There is some things people want to talk kando, where you're not there because they don't want to spoil you or something like that. And so we carry a lot, and a lot is expected out of us. I usually say that a pastor's wife, I saw this elsewhere. It's not my original idea, but it is very true. Is that person who is never paid by anybody, of course paid by God, and the responsibilities, you know, the expectations is so high, yet there are no written responsibility for this pastor's wife. She's expected to accompany her husband all over. She's expected to come strong on Sunday with a smile and looking good. She's expected to be perfect. When a woman gives birth in the church, she's expected to go and visit the woman. When somebody is sick, without failing, she's expected not to lack. Nikikuomba pesa, you have. And therefore, sometimes we just I felt we needed a forum for our own. We go and just release what we have been holding and just unwind and have a nice place. So we had a pastor's wife hangout. We went and danced to the Lord. We had fun. We ate. And so we had a pastor's wife hangout in the month of October 2021. Over and above that, as I said, it's about capacity building. We have had one business meeting. And the title for the meeting was WOID in the Marketplace. And we are planning to have more meetings, March 2022. We will also have a big business meeting with one of the best coaches, women coaches that we have in Kenya. High flying. Wow. We'll be able to, I will not be able to say her name today on this show, but we'll be able to unveil her. And it is just by the grace of God that I've gotten that woman. And then we have our annual CSR event, because we must be able to celebrate with the less privileged people in the society. And as mothers, you can imagine that there are mothers in prison with children. They, you know, where ukitaka diaper, you run to the shop. Out there, you say, give me 2 diapers. You know, you can even buy 1 diaper. But imagine a woman in prison, the kind of suffering they go through. And we felt as WOID that we needed to go and celebrate with these women. So we have a charity event in Langata Prison on 23rd of December 2021. And I am appealing to well-wishers and my listeners that you can partner with us. You can just send us a message on our Facebook page, Women of Inspired Destiny. Just tell us what you'd want to give us. We are receiving money. We are receiving children clothes. We are receiving food stuff, because tunataka tuwapelekee unga wa ngano, watengenezewe chapati. They feel good. Some of them are from the villages. And you know, for us who came from the village, Christmas ni chapati.
Wow.
Hakuna Christmas bila chapati. So we want to go and celebrate with these people. So you can reach out to us and we'll be so much grateful. I think those are some of the achievements that we have had and the near future events that we have.
Powerful, powerful. I think we'll take another break before we come to our conclusion of this show. It has been great having you, Mom, around and learning much about WOID.
Thank you
I
so
wish
much.
this was something that we started a long time ago, but no, we are not late. We are just in time.
You know, God's time is the best, especially if it's a vision from the Lord like this one.
It comes
You
at
cannot
the right
say that
time.
it will be earlier. I had to be made fast from the tomboy to a woman of God.
Amen, amen. Thank you for watching. We are still on. Please don't go away.
Thank you. To the woman watching us today, this is my my inspiration to you. Do not give up. Never give up. I repeat, because as I said earlier, every woman is born with some sort of greatness. So you have a seed of greatness in you, and if only you can pursue, and if only you can hang in there, I am sure that you're gonna go far. Situations come, situations go, but if you put your trust in God, and if you work hard, God is gonna elevate you. So God bless you.
Thank you for staying tuned and being part of today's show. It has been great having our mother around and just listening through to what inspired WOID and what WOID is about. I welcome every woman out there who knows they have a seed of greatness in them to feel free and join us, WOID. You can call us, you can write to us through the contacts that are going through, and you will be attended to by someone. I believe when we network, there is some place that we can go as women. We want to come against this notion that women are enemies to each other. For us, we believe in empowering one another, in raising one another. Until next time, I've been your host, Grace Omurwa. We look forward to having more sessions with you. Great things await us in this show, and so we cannot afford to miss you. God bless you. Shalom.